Guys, welcome to another Explore. Thank you for stopping in. Today we are at the Stepney Cemetery in Monroe, Connecticut. So we're going to take a walk around today. I have my friend Dane again with me. So we'll get a little entertainment out of him. So enjoy the Explore, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Well, it's called the Stepney Cemetery. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're looking for them in particular.
Still alive. She was born in 1915. She probably got remarried and went somewhere else.
Oh. 1906 to 1980. That was quite a... Yay for the motorcycles. Alright guys, we're just basically walking around here today. I won't make it a really long one.
What's that mark mean, you know?
Bug climbing right up my leg.
Leave it in black and white. It comes sometimes makes it come out better.
So we're looking at this one here, guys, with the symbol. It has love, humility, and kindness. If y'all can see that, you can leave it in the comments below what you see. All right, we're gonna move around a little bit to another spot.
I don't know if this is a section marker as an N section because it's right there. Because the people are, well, they're just names, but oh dear God. I guess they didn't believe in saying when they born or died or anything.
Well, no, they have...
Nichols. It is. It's in the Nichols.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that must be their monuments, and then these are just their headstones. I wonder if they died at...
So here, look, Fanny. Philip.
A lot of them died in succession. 25, 27, 28.
Here is a family headstone. Oh, okay, because Fanny was 1807. She's the first one down here. You guys look, she's the first headstone was Fanny Nichols. Then John, Prosper, Andrew, Philip. Nothing on that side. Oh, there's one great big family plot.
Yeah, it expands all the way over to here. So this
And
must
there's-
be the whole thing.
Yeah, because there's Betsy, Joanna, Lazon, John. Alright guys, into this cemetery is where Ed and Lorraine Warren are buried. So we're walking around. I believe it's somewhere over here in this section. So we're gonna walk around and find that. Yeah, and we found where Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's a nice little spot. April 18th, 2019, and August 23rd, 2006. That was just last year. Guess I didn't realize it had already been a year.
So where is she then? Is she under there? I mean, is this just his placard? Is he here? Oh well.
I'd imagine she would be. Okay guys, we're gonna move around a little bit more. It's a really big cemetery. Pretty sure you're safe.
It must have been a berry that hit my head.
It's really pretty woods surrounding it too, though. A little creek that runs around.
Then you know what? I'm gonna put this on Esther's grill. Here, Esther.
The flower you put.
So peaceful.
It is. I guess this one's open at night that you can come. That's where all the explorers come for their night.
Can you imagine Halloween? They must have an orgy near Lorraine. Ed's.
Augustus. Augusta?
Yeah.
Augusta and Matilda.
Matilda.
No, not Matilda. There's no D. It is.
Yeah, that's D.
Oh, okay. Matilda.
Duh.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Look, off to the side. Ignatz, he's all by himself. People, you don't notice how most people die around their birthday? My mom pointed out to me in her health care. She said that was people always seem to hang on right till around their birthday.
It's really pretty here.
These are babies.
It's beautiful woods right behind the rock wall that runs around.
See the story? He held on for about 2 months. Was he born prematurely? Was he born with a heart defect? Was it something
Did they have a
nefarious?
George? That one 2 days old?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was born a year after me.
I didn't realize you were that old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. His parents could be dead now.
Oh, little squirrel. Squirrel? Doing in his
This
goggles.
ground is much more level.
Yes, it is.
That's pretty. I like the monuments.
They are. They're pretty.
We were going to get a monument for my sister, but it was not permitted where she's buried.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Inches up in Clinton.
Madison. She's in Madison.
Just want to walk around the perimeter a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm going to break here for a minute and pick up on the other.
To grow. So even though you see it in cemeteries, it has to be a perfect climate and environment for lichen to grow. So it's very odd.
So this is Langton?
That's Langton. It's the stuff that's on lichen. It's on the tombstones, the green patch, fuzzy stuff.
Oh,
But I knew this was metal because it's gray. That's a good idea. I wonder if it's lead.
2000.
Does lead turn gray like that?
I am not the one to ask on that.
I'm scared it's going to fall over and hit a tombstone.
Well, it is kind of, as you guys can see it, the downhill. I'd imagine it would be a little bit eerie to be out here at night with the wood surrounding. It's basically walking the end perimeter. It's very beautiful here. And as you can see, more of the little river that runs around the cemetery. Alright, I'm gonna move to another spot just a moment. Oh, it's Dean.
Dee, it's me. Have mercy.
Deegan?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's Deegan.
Can hear you. Really is a pretty place, and there's a lot of older.
Yeah, we can hide out in the shed and then come out at night.
Well, it wouldn't be uncommon for you to come out of the closet, then would it?
No, it would be kind of dead around here to come out of the closet. Platt, that's a popular name. That was, a lot of people found stuff in Clinton that were named Platt. They were founders down there.
Wow.
There's a relation, but...
So it...
But this is the newer part. I'm going to be more careful where I'm walking. So the ground goes down.
Yeah. Curious about this one.
Oh,
over
this
here.
is some fresh shit right here. You can tell.
Why?
That's why it goes down. Grass is
Settle?
always greener over, what, death and septic tanks? I think.
Love it. Perkins and Platt. They have some really old ones and then the newer ones. There is a church in
What town are we in?
Monroe.
Oh, it's in Shelton.
Good. Ramasan? Help me out here, Dean. Rasmussen? Yes?
What?
The name on this one.
What?
Rasmussen? Alright.
I was reading, this is quite a soliloquy right here. Who actually did it?
Wow.
Uh, 1946 to
2014.
2014. Oh,
Picture of the pet. Aunt, sister, mother, grandmother. When the human form's a wondrous thing, it cloaks itself in angel wings. And if you do not flap them right, you'll soar in beauty through the night. Alright, I just read that totally wrong. The human form's a wondrous thing. It cloaks itself in angels' wings. And if you do but flap them right, you'll soar in beauty through the night. At break of dawn and end of flight, you'll bask in God's most radiant light. Edith Foster. That's beautiful.
1986 to 1926, that would be a long stretch to have a kid. But you have the father dies, the mother dies less than 10 years later, and then the daughter, only 52 or 51, depending when she dies 4 years after that. Did they somehow take care of her? And she just could not go on without them.
There's always wonder to cemeteries.
They always tell stories. That's what I mean. That's the imagination.
And here's the shed that Dane's gonna come out of.
You should go in there. Set up a house. It's the best quarantine you could have. No one's gonna bother you.
Well, I guess it's about the same thing as telling somebody that you're coming to a cemetery to shoot.
Now see, look. You know she remarried. Because
She just had-
1872, she's not still alive. You have women. He dies 1948. She's like, oh hell no. She got remarried and buried next to her second husband.
You think that's what it was?
Unless she died
Well,
in a
it
plane
said
crash and they never
was-
found the body, and if they did, they'd still fill in the date. There's another kid.
It says was wife.
Yeah, it was his wife when he croaked in 48. She's probably like, hell no, I'm going on to find something else. She was, how old? 48, 58, 68, 69, 70. She was 70 when he died. Oh, this one died 3 days old.
Behind?
Yeah, James Lake Jr.
Oh,
I guess the parents didn't want to be buried near them because they're not around here.
rest in peace, Blake. Unless there's could be tied to one of these other
Yeah.
families buried around. I mean, look where Tony's buried with Zelensky.
But
It
is
just
his name
happens-
on the thing?
No, it says Zelensky for the family plot.
It doesn't have Tony separately? Anthony?
He's got a great grass marker
Oh, okay.
next to his father. Alright guys, I'm going to venture around a little bit further. This is a pretty big cemetery.
1986 to 1926, that would be a long stretch to have a kid. But you have the father dies, the mother dies less than 10 years later, and then the daughter, only 52 or 51, depending when she dies 4 years after that. Did they somehow take care of her? And she just could not go on without them.
There's always wonder to cemeteries.
They always tell stories. That's what I mean. That's the imagination.
And here's the shed that Dane's going to come out of.
You should go in there. Set up a house. It's the best quarantine you could have. No one's going to bother you.
Well, I guess it's about the same thing as telling somebody that you're coming to a cemetery to shoot.
Now see, look. You know she remarried. Because
She just had-
1872, she's not still alive. You have women. He dies 1948. She's like, oh hell no. She got remarried and buried next to her second husband.
You think that's what it was?
Unless she died
Well,
in a
it
plane
said
crash and they never
was-
found the body, and if they did, they'd still fill in the date. There's another kid.
It says was wife.
Yeah, it was his wife when he croaked in 48. She's probably like, hell no, I'm going on to find something else. She was, how old? 48, 58, 68, 69, 70. She was 70 when he died. Oh, this one died 3 days old.
Behind?
Yeah, James Blake Jr.
Oh.
I guess the parents didn't want to be buried near them because it's not on here.
Rest in peace, Blake. Unless there's... Could be tied to one of these other families buried around. I mean, look where Tony's buried with Zelensky.
But is his name on the thing?
No. It says Zelensky for the family plot.
It doesn't have Tony separately? Anthony?
He's got a great grass marker next to his father. Alright guys, I'm going to venture around a little bit further. This is a pretty big cemetery.
Stuff. Probably a reason for some of them.
Yeah, but it's
you do have to be careful walking in the cemetery because it's not like, you know, your front lawn.
No, but I've always been curious what the etiquette is of it. It's buggy, 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 buggy out. So we have covered majority of this cemetery. It's been very nice here. It's been very peaceful, very quiet, not a lot of people around.
The one thing I never liked about old cemeteries is when they would just have wife, like she was regaled as nothing but like wife. There was never any story about her. Sometimes you see loving wife, loving mother, but it's always the guy that was, because it's the way society was. You also notice you see a lot of women that were older than their husbands back then. When did it switch that it was supposed to be the man was older?
Guess it was based off of who died first.
Yeah. Well, who was born first? But of course then, like in the Wallingford one, when you have the guy who had 3 wives, they all were young unless he was murdering them. They all had to be younger because he wanted to have kids.
That's one I gotta have you take me back to, because I didn't know that.
We could go right after we go here. We could go look at it. I know right where it is. It's, you turn around. Here's the bus stop. It's right here. When you go in, we park right there.
Okay.
He kind of cute. Just saying. Just saying. He's not a priest. He's available. Oh, that's Purdy.
What's that?
Purdy. That stone's Purdy.
Oh. I did not catch that. The name is Purdy. Alright guys, I thank you for joining us on our little explore here at the Stepney Cemetery in Monroe, Connecticut. And we are going to put this together and it should be posted tonight. Thanks for watching guys. Have a great Sunday. Alright guys, this is going to be a little tidbit for you. Dane has actually gone and visited the Warrens Museum, so.
Yes, it was great, but the museum is not as depicted in the Annabelle movies. As a matter of fact, you weren't able to go into certain parts of it. Their house is pretty simple. It's very New England. And when I went, it was only Lorraine that was there. But you had to go. It was in I think it was 1987 that I went, because they had just spoken at Southern Connecticut University. I believe that's when it was. And you got like they put things that looked like it was in like a thing you turn bingo balls in, and everyone had a number under their seat. And I think there were 10 of us. If your number came up, you got to go, and I was one of them. So we went. It was pretty cool. I liked it. So it was nice to see where they're buried. They were very nice people.
He was a
On the phone,
demonologist.
I guess I could Google it, but whatever.
Demonologist.
If everything they claimed to be true, not in the movies, but was true, I think they had to realize there was something bigger than a god, you know what I mean?
Well, you would think so if they were dealing with demons and evil entities. And she was a psychic medium.
Yeah, something like that. She was always very thin and very